have really observed what a lot of people had to say about the Raiders and their loss to the Broncos. It was the Broncos, the Raiders and their loss to the one by 1 point to the San Diego, the Chicago Bears. I'm sorry, the Chicago Bears. But and the Mitchell Rents basically went there and called Geno Smith a bunch of names. Uh, it's not Geno's fault because Geno doesn't run the offense. In other words, he doesn't design the plays. He doesn't formulate the game plan. He is the person that executes the plays and the game plan. And so the way Mitchell Renz and other people talk implies that Geno does it all. It's not fair. And the real person at fault is Chip Kelly. The AFC West is possessed of some of the brightest minds in the history of offense in the NFL. Sean Payton, Greg Norman. You should remember Greg Mormon from all the way back at Stanford when he put in the smash mouth attack that Jim Harbaugh was known for at Stanford and David Shaw adopted. And of course, we've got Chip Kelly with the Raiders. And we can't forget about the great offense of the four of them, because you have the gentlemen but also Andy Reid, who really set the standard for offense AFC West with the success of the Chiefs. No question about it. And so Chip Kelly is not holding up his end of the deal. He is not putting out innovative plays and formations that make it hard for the defense to zero in on what they're doing. Instead, it's always some variation of three or four wide receivers, occasionally two backs in the backfield. Trick plays, don't remember seeing many of them. Gadgets, nope. Bootlegs are predictable. Unbalanced line, nah, on occasion, but even then, technically you put a tight end on one side, that's an unbalanced line. I'm talking about really unbalanced, okay? Nothing that really shows that he's trying to upend the defense. And by the way, where's the no huddle, right? I don't see this as an offense that, when I look at it, they're stacked. They have four wide receivers on one side or some variation of pass catchers, and they make it hard to figure out where the pass catcher is. And they've literally flooded the zone, so you can't cover that person. The Raiders aren't doing that. So the problem, as I see it, really is it's Chip Kelly. And Chip Kelly's got to bring an attack that allows the Raiders to compete from a technical place with the rest of the AFC West. And right now, the Raiders are not doing that. The Raiders' offense is predictable. And it creates a situation where Geno Smith throws 3 interceptions, but then they don't say, hey, Geno, you need to shorten the approach on your throws. Geno is doing this. He's winding up back here. Take a look at it. He winds up back here and he brings it up as opposed to throwing from here. It's a big difference. Just throw from here, all right? It's a big difference. Geno is not doing it. Now, Geno has to do it because his coaches instruct him to do it. The coaches should have a list of the kind of throws that go with certain plays. Do I throw this with a hitch step or not? And so on, right? I don't see that. I don't see him doing that. Very troublesome. Very troublesome. You say, what about Ashton Genty? Great. I'm glad he got on track. But when you turn a ball over 3 times and your defense isn't strong enough to overcome that, you've got to ask yourself, what am I doing wrong? And how I can do it better. How can I do better when I have these sneaky attacks that I'm going up against in the AFC West? This means you have to start being innovative and sneaky yourself. Right now, the Raiders under Chip Kelly are not doing that. I'm not saying fire Chip Kelly. I'm just saying ask Chip Kelly to do better. Because as far as I'm concerned, the offense he's putting on the field for the Raiders is not much different from Ohio State, and that's not the way it should be. Ohio State's a college team. This is the National Football League. Subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube and bookmark NFL News by Zenny62.com. Thanks.